Howdy folks, this is it. The Harley Benton SC-450 P90 GT Classic Series. Have to take a breath there. Now, this guitar is modeled after a famous American guitar brand. It's a LP style P90 guitar, gold top. Now, there are some differences here to the original guitar. Most notably, this guitar is made of basswood. Let's see if I can get a picture here without the reflections. Now, normally basswood is known as a very lightweight wood, but this one is quite heavy. And it doesn't sound like basswood, it sounds more like mahogany. Anyway, whatever it is, it sounds good. Now this guitar comes with a, I think it's a mahogany neck and a blackwood fretboard. It's got medium jumbo frets. They've been perfectly leveled. There are absolutely no sharp edges here whatsoever. The guitar, in terms of playability, is perfect. The hardware is, I'll say, medium quality. There's nothing good or bad about it. The chrome doesn't flake off. The holes for the bolts here, they are drilled correctly so that there's no movement in the bridge pieces. The saddles, I have seen guitars, even on the Genuine article, where the saddles were very sharp and the strings would break. These saddles don't have that problem. They're quite good. Okay, here's an issue. This three-way toggle switch, and I'll zoom in here a bit. See how the wobbles back and forth? Now that shouldn't happen. So what's going to happen is I'll have to replace it because it will stop working one day. So in this position there's a bit of play, but down here it just wobbles, flops around. In terms of the electronics here, here's an issue I have with all, let's say, affordable Asian-made guitars. Even some US-made guitars, by the way. Don't just use any pot you have available. Please use audio taper pots for volume and a treble bleed. Why? With all Harley Benton guitars, when you turn back the volume knob, it doesn't turn down the volume, it just muffles the sound. And then when you get to the end of the pot, it just cuts the signal. That is not what a volume pot is supposed to do. A volume pot is supposed to gradually reduce the volume until it goes to zero. That's why you're supposed to use an audio taper pot and a treble bleed, because that'll stop the whole thing going muffly. Now, seriously, if you paid 40 to 50 US cents more wholesale for this guitar, and maybe charge the consumer $2 more in retail, you will have pretty much a perfect guitar. Same with the three-way toggle switch. All you need to do, guys, is make sure that you get half decent quality parts at the factory and you properly QC it. Now, this is my other gripe. Can you stop putting these tags all over your guitars, feigning that they've been checked, adjusted and so on? Of the 5 Harley Benton guitars I received, 4 had terrible action. The action on this guitar was about 7-8 millimeters at the 12th fret. Because it is such a good neck, actually, I've got it down to 2 millimeters with 0 fret buzz. Now, I don't play slide guitar, and to be frank, I don't know who does. So, can you stop adjusting guitars as if we're all slide players? Thank you. The other thing was, now the neck here looks, sorry, the fretboard looks pretty nice, doesn't it? When I got this guitar, the fretboard was a bright grey colour. Why? Because the fretboard was completely dried out. So after I applied some lemon oil, and you can get this stuff for about $4 from eBay, it turned into this beautiful, luscious black colour. Another minor issue, these pickups are normally height adjustable. Now, I know they have rubber or something underneath to keep a certain height, and they've got these two screws here. But some of us want a louder, thicker signal. Now, with this pickup, I could raise the height because the screws were long enough. On this pickup, the screws are not long enough, and I can't raise the height of the pickup. So it might be worth looking at springs or a different mechanism so you can raise the height of the pickup. Now, apart from that, guys, this guitar sounds amazing. You heard the sound sampled before, and I just wanted to note that around 1 minute and 20 seconds, the crazy guitar you hear is not this guitar, that's the Harley Benton Dynamic. But all the other guitar tracks were recorded by this guitar. So if you want something for under $200 with great action, great fret job, this is the thing to go for. Yes, I will be changing the pots on this and that toggle switch, and in fact I might even replace these pickups with mini humbuckers, just because I can. But as it is, this guitar is amazing. This is the second guitar I ordered. Now, this guitar, opposed to the genuine article, is made wholly of basswood. Oddly enough, it doesn't sound like basswood. If I compare this to the genuine article that this is based on, which costs 20 times more, this guitar, I'm not kidding, in terms of playability and sound, is equally as good as your standard mid-quality range. Because if you look at the genuine article, quite often their paint job is worse than this one. The pickups are probably made in China, but I don't care, they sound good. Again, Thomann, I've got all these cool stickers here, you know, like these little labels. Hang on. If you're going to do a QC on a guitar, you stick these nice little tags on it. Can you please set them up properly? Teach you guys to do it properly. I do not play slide guitar. In fact, most people don't play slide guitar. So, Thomann, do me a favor. When you put these nice, sneaky looking tags on the guitars and QC stickers, can you please make sure that your staff are educated and actually set up the guitars? I don't play slide guitar. The fretboard was a light grey colour. This cost me $6 on eBay. So that'll be probably $4 US. This cost me $6 Australian on eBay, so that's around $4 American.
Hab ich einen Durst, 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 mir ist alles Wurscht, 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 ob Bier oder Wein, 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 nur feucht muss es sein. Mein Maßkrug ist leer, leer, leer. Bringt endlich was her, her, her. Kommt nicht bald was nach, nach, nach.